The home fund way is the investigation of indoor wayfinding solutions to best suit customers catching public transport. We're looking for a accessibility for all solution and functionality such as interactive maps and links to the journey planner. So as an example, the following slide shows the layout of the Queen Street bus station. As you can see, the station has many entry points inside the Myer Centre and on Queen Street Mall. There's several levels inside the shopping centre that you can get down to the platforms. And once you're down at platform level, there is no interconnectivity between the platforms. So if you're on platform 1 and you wanted to go to one of the other platforms, you've got to go back up the stairs through the retail space, which can be quite confusing, and back down into the platform you want to be on. There's little support also for identifying supporting features such as accessible lifts, fare machines, and help phones. So the following slide just shows a bit of a different layout, a bit simplified. You can see how isolated each of the platforms are at platform level. It's pretty confusing for anyone that doesn't know the Myer Centre and that particular bus station to navigate their way around there. In particular, customers with vision impairment, restricted mobility, customers who experience anxiety or travel anxiety, and international visitors who might not have a good grasp on English find it almost impossible to get around a facility like this easily without assistance from other people. So we are looking for an intuitive, interactive indoor wayfinding tool that is low cost, gives real-time navigation using smartphone technology. It needs to be able to use smartphone accessible features such as haptic feedback and text to voice. And it needs to map to other facilities such as lifts, restrooms, help phones, fare machines. Ideally, when you get to your bus stop, it would be able to then link you to either the online journey plan or the My TransLink app to give information that's stop specific to that stop. And that is our problem.
Okay, thanks, Mark. Questions for Mark? Can you tell us? Just wait for the microphone, thanks.
So I understood that you were looking for an interactive technology to help people find their way around the station. So I wonder if you could elaborate on that a bit and maybe explain how you came to that solution.
Okay, so when you're outdoors, like many of our facilities are outdoors, you can use like mapping maps on your smartphone, connected to GPS and satellites to sort of dot you around. Once you get inside a centre like the Myer Centre that's underground, there's none of that facilities, so we're looking for some sort of mapping tool inside that can somehow direct you around to where the bus stops, where you've got to go, show you the route you've got to go.
Thank you.
Hi, do you have those interactive maps across most of your major stations?
Currently we have nothing.
Oh, sorry, I meant the map that you showed before. Do you have those layouts for your other major stations?
There'd be, yeah, for all our indoor stations, there would be some sort of layout like that, mapping layout like that, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. there's a lot of people that like helping people. Do you have any ideas for provisioning for Good Samaritan type ambassadors? Like, I need help in finding this platform, and for registered users, for security reasons, volunteers could essentially help foreign or impaired vision and folks like that. And would you also be pitching something like this on the planes that are coming to land and things like that, so people know, try to get the airlines to participate for foreign?
So we're just looking basically at the moment a bus and train. We find that a lot of people prefer not to have other people help them around. They prefer to try and do it on their own. We're just trying to make a solution for people to be more independent, that have difficulties getting around.
Just a general question. You mentioned that you've already got applications like the TransLink app. You're looking for a new solution, or what about solutions that would plug into your existing infrastructure?
Yeah, so at the moment, the TransLink app will tell you where a bus station is or where a bus stop out on the road is, and it will give you stop-specific information such as bus times, bus routes. But there's currently nothing, once you get inside a bus station, to actually map you to where a specific stop is. Like the Queen Street Mall, it's got like 5 or 6 stops on each platform. There's nothing to tell people where to go to get their bus once you're inside. But once you get to that stop, if the phone could have some sort of locality that could tell you you're at that stop, that could then map or interact with the TransLink app to give you that stop-specific information.
Yeah, so following that the TransLink app does this right now, what you just explained, if someone came to you with a solution that involves changing the TransLink app?
That would be a matter of discussion.
Up the back.
Hi, so I had a look at this problem and I noticed that you're largely looking at developing solutions that are not vision or visual based, because you're saying a large problem is, I guess, people that are blind are struggling to find their way through these environments. You did mention haptic feedback. I also found it interesting with the problem brief. Sorry, I'll get to the question. You mentioned Bluetooth connectivity may be affected underground and impacted by interference from other electrical or wireless sources. Is that a serious consideration, that Bluetooth wouldn't work underground? I can't see why it would not. I understand what you were saying before about GPS and any satellite-dependent things not working in that environment, but are there any TransLink things that would offer too much noise interference for Bluetooth to work in that environment?
It's just like, especially again, going back to like the Queen Street bus station, that is surrounded by retail space, so we don't know what those retail outlets are using that may or may not interfere. So it's just something that we've got to be aware of when we try and come up with the solution.
Okay, so my timekeeper's telling me time's up, so if anyone's got any other questions, if they can grab Mark at the end. So thanks, Mark.
Thank you.